Hey!
We made it!
We think we made it.
Can you hear us?
We're never really sure until somebody comes along and says, I can see you. Well, if we are here, thanks for coming.
Just in time to watch me hit my inhaler again.
It's February, and we've got some songs for you, some relating to February.
Or not, depending on how you look at it. Sorry, just keep talking.
Look. What? You can sing along in this. We'll consider this the sound check. How's that?
All right, this is the sound check. So if you can hear us, and it sounds okay or not, just give me a text if you would, or something like that.
Yeah, because we can't read the chats right now, so.
Not really, no.
But we'll do this. Good to see you. 2, 3. Go from my window, my love, my love. Go from my window, my dear, for the wind is blowing high, and the ship is lying nigh. You'll not get a harboring here. Go from my window, my love, my love. Go from my window, my dear. For though the wind and rain have brought you back again, you'll not get a harboring here. Go from my window, my love, my love. Go from my window, my dear, for the bird is in full flight, and I know wrong from right. You'll not get a harboring here. So go from my window, my dear. Go from my window, my love, my love. Go from my window, my dear, for the bird is black and white, and I know day from night. You'll not get a harboring. You'll not get a harboring. Go from my window, my love, my love, my love, my love, my go from my window, my dear, for the wind is in the west, and you have failed the test. You'll not get a harboring here. Go from my window, my love, my love. Go from my window, my dear, for though the wind and the rain again. You'll not get a harboring. You'll not get a harboring. Go from my window, my love, from my window, my love, my love, my love, my love, my love, my window, my dear. For the devil's in the man that he cannot understand. But he'll not get a harboring here. So go from my window, my that little change.
Oh, yeah. The one that's not written in hot, well, it's crossed out in hot
Hi.
pink. I'm just going to check.
So, can you hear things?
Let's see. Hi, all of us from the old country, from Ray Miller.
Hey, Ray.
And Julie Waterworth says, we can see you. Ha ha. That's the way I feel about it, too. Ha. Lori Walter, I can see and hear you. Julie Waterworth, lovely blouse, Felicia. Coordinated outfits looking stunning.
Aw.
Thank you. And Katrina Knight says, hello.
Hey,
Hi,
Katrina.
Katrina. How's your plant doing? All right.
And Nancy's here too, we say?
Yes, Nancy McGill is
Nancy,
here.
thank you again for the
Yay.
wonderful hat. Nancy crocheted me this fabulous hat.
Right after she made a gorgeous one for me also. It's
Yeah,
so
and
pretty.
I'd be wearing it today, except that it's got a little bit too much green in
Yeah,
for here.
it'd probably make his head completely disappear. All right.
Well, February marks the birthday of our dear friend Janie Meneely. So we decided to do some Janie Meneely songs. It's also the birthday month of C. Fox Smith
And
and
Cat
Cat Eggleston. Yes, so we're doing songs by
all
birthday
these lovely
months.
people. Big saludos from Guadalajara.
Guadalajara,
Yay!
hola, hola, mi hermano. Fantastic.
Awesome. So nice of you to show up, especially from such a distance.
This is a song about the piratess Anne Bonney that Janie came up with, and it's full of historical facts, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. True to life.
But definitely, regardless, you get the message that she was not a woman to be trifled with. No trifling.
No trifling with Ms.
Yeah.
Anne Bonney.
So, got a nice chorus, and
Sing along.
yeah. Da, 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 da. A 1, 2. It says, not too fast.
You'll see when we hit the words.
A 1, 2, 3, yeah. They say she stole Black Caesar's rig. He kept it in the keys. She cut away the anchor road and flew off on the breeze with 100 hardy cutthroats. I know it sounds absurd. She ran the brig to Martinique. Past that we haven't heard. She'll steal the pennies off your eyes before your corpse is cold and wear your guts as garters, or so we've all been told. But generous to a fault, they say she'd give away her coat. Though if you're caught asleep on watch, well, she will slit your bloody throat. Anne Bonney, Anne Bonney, oh, oh, Anne Bonney. Now the Spanish were full terrified. She cleared away their decks and carried off the golden plate and left them nervous wrecks. The Brits were apprehensive for fear she'd come in view. The pirate queen would pick 'em clean before they quite hove to. She'll steal the pennies off your eyes before your corpse is cold, and wear your guts as garters, or so we've all been told. But generous to a fault, they say she'd give away her coat. Though if you're caught asleep on watch, well, she will slit your bloody throat. Merchants from the seaport towns, they shuddered at the thought that women such as she went wild or simply ran amok. Shamelessly she'd plunder any ships that came her way. No scribes, no brides, no diatribes could keep the girl at bay. She'll steal the pennies off your eyes before your corpse is cold, and wear your guts as garters, or so we've all been told. But generous to a fault, they say she'd give away her coat. Though if you're caught asleep on watch, well, she will slit your bloody throat. And Bonney, and Bonney, oh, oh, and Bonney. Bonney is a terror. She will swing you from the yards, or troll you after shark bait, or slice you into shards. For all that, she's a beauty and generous with her charms. For vanquished men have risen again, but one night in her arms. She'll steal the pennies off your eyes before your corpse is cold, and wear your guts as garters, or so we've all been told. But generous to a fault, they say she'd give away her coat. Though if you're caught asleep on watch, well, she will slit your bloody throat. She'll steal the pennies off your eyes before your corpse is cold, and wear your guts as garters, or so we've all been told. But generous to a fault, they say she'd give away her coat. Though if you're caught asleep on watch, she'll slit your bloody throat. She'll slit your bloody throat. And Bonney, and Bonney. Yeah. Whoa. There you go.
Here's a song that when we were rehearsing the other day, and we do rehearse these songs, even though it seems like sometimes we don't. There might be a few more of those later on. Once in a while we run across a song that makes us realize we've been doing this a while now. And this one is Bay of Biscay. And the part that caught my ear the other day, was it Bay of Biscay? What is it? Oh my God. I'm like completely, you notice I'm not wearing my glasses. Well, I've had a sudden change in eyesight. My left eye I can see across, well, mostly across the room, which is exciting because I've been nearsighted my entire life. I remember getting glasses and thinking, oh, that's what trees look like up, you know. And I was like, I don't know, 8 or something like that. Anyway, so not right now I'm finding it difficult to wear my glasses, which means I can sort of read the set, our what is the word for it?
Set list?
Our inspirational notes.
Okay.
And actually, yeah, I can read this, Jesus, rented lips today, I guess. I can't read this set list because it's hanging up over the computer where you guys are all sitting behind the computer. Somewhere else, I guess. Oh, God. Anyway. The next one is TowRope Girls, which
Keep
is
going, you're doing great.
Oh, yeah, right? And I also picked up the wrong whistle, so
Well, you have time. This brings us to C. Fox Smith is, as you probably know, one of our favorite writers of nautical poetry from the late 19th century, early 20th century. And I think this might have been the first thing we ever did. Adapted.
Ah, so many good people. Somebody named Blue Hat says they just heard the Dreadnought and they were entranced. Excellent job. That is one of our very favorite songs to sing. So we like that one a lot. Anyway, thanks for being here. And everybody else, too.
We'll do that next one.
Yeah.
This is called the TowRope Girls, and it's the idea behind it is that if a ship was making really good time on its homeward bound portion of its journey, the guys would say that, obviously what's going on here is that all of our sweethearts and wives and children,
Loved
girlfriends
ones.
and
Boyfriends.
associates are hauling the ship back in on an invisible tow rope, and they're just pulling them right through the waves, and they'll be back home again soon, visiting with all of those wonderful people. It's got some really nice imagery, and
C. Fox Smith really does write gorgeous images. I always see little movies when in my head.
Honey? Ship in the tropics, rolling along, with every stitch drawing the trade blowing strong. The white caps around her, all breaking in spray, for the girls, they got hold of a tow rope today. And it's haul away, girls, steady and true, Polly and Dolly and Sally and Sue, your mothers and sisters, sweethearts and all. It's haul away, all the way, haul away, haul away, girls. Now she's logging 16 as she speeds from the south, with the wind in her royals, with a bone in her mouth. With a wake like a mill race, she rolls on her way, for the girls, they got hold of her tow rope today. And it's a haul away, girls, steady and true, Polly and Dolly and Sally and Sue, your mothers and sisters, sweethearts and all. It's haul away, all the way, haul away, haul away, girls. Of cargoes and charters, we've had our full share of grain and of lumber, enough and to spare. Of the nitrates at Taltal, rice for Bombay, all the girls, they got hold of our tow rope today. And it's a haul away, girls, steady and true, Polly and Dolly and Sally and Sue, your mothers and sisters, sweethearts and all. It's all away, all the way, all away, all away, girls. Don't you hear the good trade wind singing aloud? A homeward bound shanty in the sheets and the shrouds. Oh, hear how she whistles in the halyard and the stay. The girls have got hold of our tow rope today. And it's a haul away, girls, steady and true, Polly and Dolly and Sally and Sue, your mothers and sisters, sweethearts and all. It's haul away, all the way, haul away, haul away, girls. And it's all for the chops of the channel at last, and the cheer that goes up when the tug hawses past. The mates, that'll do, and 14 months pay. All the girls, they got hold of her our tow rope today, and it's the Haul-away girls, Steady and True, Polly and Dolly and Sally and Sue, mothers and sisters, sweethearts and all. It's Haul-away, all the way, Haul-away, Haul-away girls. And it's Haul-away girls, so steady and true. Haul-away girls, Sally and Sue, Haul-away girls, your sweethearts and all. It's Haul-away girls, Haul-away, Haul-away. There you go.
And John Peakstock is here too.
Peakstock, hey.
Wow, so cool. And
thanks.
Sally Green.
Sally.
And Kimberly Quinn. New here. Wow, I love folk music. Very something. Nice harmonies. And I love the whistle. Yay, I love the whistle too. And I'm glad you do, because there's a lot of whistle in these two sets. Sally Green says it has been a long time, and it has. I really want to see you, Sally. Actually, I'd love to see all of you. Ah, okay. Now it's the really, really ancient song, though
Yes.
the other one was also quite elderly for us.
This is a song called The Bay of Biscay, and yeah, we have been doing this for a very long time. And but there's a reason for that. It's a great song, and it's one of our favorites. It's a ghostly visitation kind of song, and that's there's a whole genre of those kind of songs.
Tell them why we realized it was old, dear.
We'll
Never
tell them
mind.
something that later, okay?
Okay, never mind. It's an old. I am really not firing on all cylinders today.
Just keep cranking the hurdy-gurdy there, dear.
Well, maybe not like that in this song, though. Okay.
So, yeah.
Go ahead.
This girl is talking about how her sweetheart's gone away, and he's been 7 long years at sea. She's been tuning her hurdy-gurdy the entire time.
Right? Quick sip of water, and then I'm ready to go.
Okay. And maybe you can decide, is it a dream? Is it a ghostly visitation?
Post it to BuzzFeed, see what people say.
Ooh. My Willie sails on board the tender, and where he is I do not know. For 7 long years I've been constantly waiting since he crossed the Bay of Biscay. One night as Mary lay sleeping, a knock came to her bedroom door, saying, "Arise, arise, my dearest Mary, for to earn one glimpse of your Willie O." young Mary Rose put on her clothing and to her bedroom door did go, and there she spied her Willie standing, his two pale cheeks as white as snow. Oh, Willie dear, where are those blushes? Those blushes I knew long years ago. Oh, Mary dear, the cold clay ashed them. I am only the ghost of your Willie O. Oh, Mary dear, the dawn is breaking. Don't you think it's time for me to go? I am leaving you quite broken-hearted, for to cross the Bay of Biscay. If I had all the gold and silver and all the money in Mexico, I would grant it all to the King of Erin, for to bring me back my Willie O. Bring me back my Willie O. Bring me back my Willie O. Bring me back my Willie O.
We used to do that at the Bristol Renaissance Fair in the midst of the trees and humidity and people and stuff. It was really a very fun time. Capo 2?
Capo 2.
Capo 2. The other day, we did this song at the Couth Buzzard, which is one of our very favorite places to play. And the only
Seattle.
place we're really playing out these days in Seattle is in Seattle. We got a lot of favorite places. And William starts playing. We get about midway through, and I think, oh gosh, I picked up the wrong whistle. And I'm thinking at the same time, wow, this is pitched kind of low. And did we finish, or did you stop in the middle and put the capo up 2 steps?
No, we just kept going.
We kept going, and I didn't bother because by that time I had the correct whistle for capo 2, but not 0 capo. That was really funny. I'm not complaining.
All was an adventure.
Yes, live folk music. Well, just live music in all is always an adventure. Okay, I gotta check this feed here and see what's going on.
This is kind of a new arrangement of an old song that another Janie Meneely song, Happy Birthday Janie, Happy Birthday Month. And again, we started doing this back in the administration, the Clinton administration. And we were doing
Remember
a lot of
those good days?
yeah. Yeah. It's like the halcyon days, yeah.
Peakstock says, TowRope Girls is one of my most, what's the word he used? It's awesome. My most incessant earworms. Thanks for reinvigorating it. Okay, but back to the song.
We can fix that. Sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip.
Anyway, this song of Janie Meneely's, we were in England when we were doing this, and you'll understand.
And it goes back to the very commonly known expression that a sailor has a girl on every ship. And
what?
No, a sailor has a girl in every port. Maybe he has a girl in every ship, and it's one of those that dresses up as a... No, never mind.
Never mind.
That's a different song. Different genre.
More water. And what is that with our brains today?
Genre's confused.
Everything's a genre. And then you have tropes within those genres.
Anyhow, we messed with this again. This is probably one of Janie's most recorded songs, but it hasn't been done like this before.
And it hasn't been done the way Janie does it, except for by Janie.
Yeah, right.
When the boats all get to sailing and the men are up and gone, what about us women who are left all alone? Do we sit at home and twiddle thumbs until our men come home? Oh, there's other things to twiddle when a girl's left on her own. Oh, it's twiddly-idee-idee-o, twiddly-idee-ay. Well, there's lots of times a man will leave you broken in dismay. Oh, twiddly-idee-idee-o, twiddly-idee-ay. And there's others willing to twiddle when your man is gone away. I remember Nellie, she was young and she was gay. She won the heart of Captain Dan, but then he sailed away. He left her high and dry with just a kiss upon the chin. But as his ship went sailing out, well, another ship sailed in. Oh, it's twiddly-idee-idee-o, twiddly-idee-ay. Well, there's lots of times a man will leave you broken in dismay. Oh, twiddly-idee-idee-o, twiddly-idee-ay. And there's others willing to twiddle when your man is gone away. She had a friend, Lucinda Brown, as fair as any maid. Her true love, he went voyaging, a sailor lad by trade. Oh,
keep the fire burning, love.
Those were the words he spoke. So she found herself another man to keep that fire stoked. Oh, it's twiddly-idee-idee-o, twiddly-idee-ay. Well, there's lots of times a man will leave you broken in dismay. Oh, twiddly-idee-idee-o, twiddly-idee-ay. And there's others willing to twiddle when your man is gone away. When Lucinda's man came back and knocked upon the door, She was as glad to see him as she'd ever been before. He left her sleeping in her bed. Oh, Lucy didn't care. Of course, that poor guy in the closet sure could use a little air. And then twiddly-idee-idee-o, twiddly-idee-ay. And then sometimes a man will leave you broken in dismay. Oh, twiddly-idee-idee-o, twiddly-idee-ay. And there's others willing to twiddle when your man is gone away. So you've heard a lot of stories about those sailors and their sport, about how every sailor's got a girl in every port. But if you'd added 2 and 2, you'd figure out right quick that it's just because the ladies have a lad on every ship. Oh, it's twiddly-idee-idee-o, twiddly-idee-ay. Well, there's lots of times a man will leave you broken in dismay. Oh, twiddly-idee-idee-o, twiddly-idee-ay. And there's others willing to twiddle when your man is gone away. Oh, twiddly-idee-idee-o, twiddly-idee-ay. And there's lots of times a man will leave you broken in dismay. Oh, twiddly-idee-idee-o, twiddly-idee-ay. There's other willies willing to twiddle when your Willie's gone away.
Happy birthday, Janie. Okay.
Happy birthday, Janie. Well, this is the only song we've learned from Kat Eggleston, the really, truly great singer-songwriter and playwright and a prose writer who still lives on Vashon Island. We grew up together as little kids back then. We met when we were about 8 or 10, depending on which of us you listened to. Could be either. I don't remember. And we've been wanting to do something with this song for a very long time, and we thought we would do it today. It's called Paper Boats, and it's not strictly nautical.
Hey, it's got boats in the title.
It does have boats, and they have cargo on them.
Yeah, let's see.
And there is a lovely sort of chorusy thing, but it's more a bridge than a chorus, I think, because it changes.
But it's a pretty song.
It's a
we thought
lovely
it's about
song.
time.
Yeah, check out kateggleston.com. She's just brilliant. Just a brilliant singer and everything.
Give it a go. Paper boats. 2, 3. Sit by the river in the early afternoons, making boats out of paper filled with summer blooms, and chase them for hours in the shadow and the sun. Paper boats filled with flowers when I was very young. Alone by the water, I'd fill them full of dreams, to sail with the blossoms at the mercy of the streams. How long they could travel, how far, how fast, didn't seem to matter, they were never meant to last. How can I tell you it's still true, at the falling through of all my dreams and hopes? I remember the river and paper boats. I could lie at your side, watching you sleep in a room soft with dreaming, heavy with heat. I'll hold you for hours while you drift away to where no amount of wishing can make you stay. How can I tell you it's still true? I can love what we once were and let you go. From years of practice, making paper boats. How can I tell you it's still true? I can love what we once were and let you go. From years of practice, making paper boats.
Eggleston. And don't forget to check out Janie Meneely on her website and also here on YouTube. I think they both have a lot of stuff on YouTube.
And the works of C. Fox Smith. If you haven't,
if you have not read her stuff,
there's it's available out there. There's a huge collection of her things, and she just wrote the most true and honest and straightforward, heartfelt, yeah, things about sailing life.
And she really knew her stuff. She sailed all around the world and ended up actually in, I think, in British Columbia and here in this area where she hung out a lot with sailors, and you can tell from her writing. And she really pays attention to the minutiae and the correct words that they used back then. It's just amazing.
So, I'm going to do a sea shanty for you, and then take a very short intermission to redo some tuning and be back for more. This is very historical. In 1862, the Confederate commerce raider Alabama was built in England, in the town of Birkenhead on the Mersey River, and it really wasn't supposed to be built because England had a neutrality agreement about the Civil War, but they managed to get around this by leaving off the guns and the other armaments until the ship actually left British waters. And so after that, the Alabama sailed for about 2 years and had a terrific career of wrecking Union shipping. It actually sunk like 64 or 65 ships. And after a couple of years, they decided to go into do some much needed repair work in the port of Cherbourg in France. They'd been all over the place up until then. And they kind of got themselves boxed in because the word spread around that the Alabama was in there. And the Union ship, Kearsarge, came, and they were waiting for them to come out. And finally, the commander of the Alabama, he made a formal, well, it was the time of duels, right? So he challenged the ship to a duel, that they would come and sail out at an agreed time and duke it out there in Cherbourg port. And it became a really a social event for France, for people there.
Keep going.
In fact, people came and they set up picnics on the on the bluffs, and they came out with the express intention to watch this naval battle take place right before their eyes, including the famous French painter Edward Manet, who came and I guess you couldn't take quick photographs. Photographs were a much longer process than they are now.
It would have been a big blur because nobody would have held still, especially the cannonballs.
The ships, yeah, the cannons. So he went out there and actually painted a painting while the battle was going on. It was.
I got to look
really
it up
amazing.
and see
Yeah, it's quite a good painting too.
And because this all started in France, we're doing a piece of French music.
Well, we have. If you don't know us, we have a reputation for sometimes messing around with traditional shanties, just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Just a little bit sometimes. And so anyhow, so if you're really, if you know this shanty, Roll Alabama Roll, then you may detect just a slight change, variation from the usual way that it's done. So maybe it would, I don't know.
Some people wouldn't,
Keep in mind though, this was from France. Yeah, this is when they did. Ready?
Yeah, sure.
We'll give it a go. 2, 1, 2, 3. When the Alabama's keel was laid, roll, Alabama, roll. It was laid in the yard of Jonathan Laird. Roll, Alabama, roll. It was laid in the yard of Jonathan Laird. Roll, Alabama, roll. It was laid in the town of Birkenhead. Roll, Alabama, roll. Down the Mersey way she sailed then. Roll, Alabama, roll. At the Azores she got guns and men. Roll, Alabama, roll. From the Western Isles she sailed forth. Roll, Alabama, roll. To destroy the commerce of the North. Roll, Alabama, roll. To Cherbourg port she sailed one day. Roll, Alabama, roll. To take account of prize money. Roll, Alabama, roll. There many a sailor saw his doom. Roll, Alabama, roll. When the little Kearsarge hove into view. Roll, Alabama, roll. She challenged them to a fight at sea. Roll, Alabama, roll. The pride of the North and South's Navy. Roll, Alabama, roll. And then a shot from the forward pivot that day. Roll, Alabama, roll. Took the Alabama's stern away. Roll, Alabama, roll. At the 3-mile limit in '64, roll, Alabama, roll. The Alabama sank to the ocean floor. Roll, Alabama, roll. At the 3-mile limit in 64. Roll, Alabama, roll. The Alabama rose no more. Roll, Alabama, roll.
All right, we're going to take a very short break. Luckily, there's no line for the bathroom here at our house. And we will be back very shortly. Thanks so much for coming. Do stick around. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe button yet, and you can, please do. It makes a huge difference to YouTube algorithms in terms of sharing our stuff to strangers who don't know about folk music at all. So
Okay.
Don't worry, they're not stealing anything from you.
We'll be back.
Bye.
Haul away for the windy weather, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. Haul away and pull together, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. Haul away for the winds are blowing, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. Haul away and let's get her going, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. Haul away like jolly young sailor boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. Haul away for the merchant's money, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. God made the bees and the bees made the honey, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. And the devil made the women for to take all our money, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. And God made the fruit, but the devil sent the cook, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. And the lump that he cooks tastes worse than it looks, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. Oh, we are rolling down to Cuba for to load up sugar, boys. All the way, boys, all the way. When I find my Cuba gal, I'm gonna kiss and a hug her, boys. All the way, boys, all the way. And now I'm bringing cheese a rolling down the river, boys. All the way, boys, all the way. As she rolls down, see her tops will shiver, boys. All the way, boys, all the way. And now soon we'll be in a red hot Cuba, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. Haul away, and the wind'll move her, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. We'll haul away for finer weather, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. Haul away for when the weather is better, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. We'll haul away and pull together, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. And we'll haul away for that windy weather, boys. Haul away, boys, haul away. Hey! Nice to see you again.
I have to make sure and use this hand to wave with, because this one just goes away.
Whatever.
So, thank you for being here. Here's to you, a little clink from our whiskey.
I'll clink to that.
And our Polish crystal.
Ta-da. I guess you could call this another shanty that got messed with. The words pretty much come from the old Stormalong, walk 'em along, John, carry 'em along shanty, but kind of messed with it and turned it into a different song, and we wrote a tune. But it's still a song celebrating old Stormalong, who was kind of like the Paul Bunyan of the sea, you know, and the famous captain.
I bet you're going to want to play now.
I guess. We'll start out with a tune called The Waterman's Hornpipe, which is not a hornpipe, and it may be about a waterman. I don't know.
But we're not sure. Maybe he was a very bad hornpipist.
And a little tune that we ended up writing by accident called The Golden Chain. Okay?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Stormy, he is dead and gone. Stormy, he is dead and gone. Walk him along, John, carry him along. Old Stormalong. Now Stormy sailed the whole world round. Stormy sailed the whole world round. We carry him now to his burying ground. Old Stormalong. Oh, Stormy, he was a good old man, so canny, brave and strong. He steered his course with a steady hand. Old Stormalong. We'll dig his grave with a silver spade. We'll dig his grave with a silver spade. Shroud of the finest silk is made for bold Stormalong. We'll lower him down on a golden chain. We'll lower him down on a golden chain. At every link we'll call his name, bold Stormalong. Oh, Stormy, he was a good old man, so canny, brave and strong. He steered his course with a steady hand, bold Stormalong. I wish I was old Stormy's son.
I wish you was old Stormy's son.
I'd build me a ship of 10,000 ton for bold Stormalong. I'd load her up with grub and gin. He'd load her up with grub and gin, and stay in the port that we was in for bold Stormalong. I'd feed you well and I'd raise your pay. He'd feed us well, raise our pay. Stand your drinks 3 times a day for bold Stormalong. Oh, Stormy, he was a good old man, so canny, brave and strong. He steered his course with a steady hand, bold Stormalong. Storm along and around we'll go. Storm along and around we'll go. Storm along through ice and snow for bold Stormalong. Oh, Stormy, he was a good old man, so canny, brave and strong. He steered his course with a steady hand, bold Stormalong. Oh, Stormy, he was a good old man, so canny, brave and strong. He steered his course with a steady hand, bold Stormalong.
I'm going to add some rosin to my wheel right now because I changed my strings a few days ago, and they seem to be eating rosin. I've already rosined it once today and done a whole wheel setup and the whole thing, and I was hearing some chattering. Okay. Not that I need it for this song. This is another song we messed with.
It's another C. Fox Smith piece.
Plus her cotton socks.
It's called Shanghai Passage. And like most of her songs, it's got a really interesting background and story behind it. Back in the days of sail, there was a period where sailors were just looked upon as a walking sack of money that came off the ship and walked around the dock, and everybody was out to victimize these poor guys. They were brutalized for months at a time on board the ship, and then they came in and got their ass kicked on shore. So it was
I'm not going back there ever
tough
again.
life. One of the nastiest things was the practice of Shanghaiing. Oftentimes, sailors would come to a port, especially a nice port where pleasant weather, and they'd say, "Hell with this! I'm leaving. I'm staying here. Look at that. Look, there's some palm trees over there," and that made it very difficult for the captain of the ship to continue on his voyage with a crew. They had to have a crew. So some people came in and became specialists in supplying crews. And they were, I'm sure, that they put a little recruiting office poster, like, join the army now, kind of thing, and just had people come in and go, oh, I'd love to be a sailor. Fine, I'm going to put you on a ship. That's great.
No.
But when that didn't happen quite often enough, they would resort to other methods, like smacking somebody upside the head and knocking them out and throwing them in a rowboat, and they would
drugging them through their drink.
That's true. Yeah, sometimes these guys were tavern owners, and they would offer a free drink to this poor sucker who just walked in the door, and suddenly, bang! He had a career move.
Yeah.
And he was
completely unforeseen.
Yeah, he was no longer a blacksmith. Now he was a sailor.
Yeah.
And he'd be, the hardest journeys to recruit sailors were for the trade that was going to China, because generally speaking, at the time, a ship going to China did not just turn around and sail back again. It usually ended up going all the way around the world.
Because the winds were not correct for that.
And the trading situation was not ideal either. So a voyage to China was sometimes going to last you for years, and before you got to see your loved ones back home again. And so it made it especially tempting for these boarding house guys and crimps and runners to resort to skullduggery. Skullduggery to fill up the requirements.
And one of the most important Shanghai ports around the world was San Francisco. But a little known fact is that, unless you've been listening to us for a while, is that Port Townsend, north
Port Townsend, Washington,
Port Townsend, Washington, was also a hot spot of trouble.
Was kind of ranked as the second worst Shanghai port on the whole West Coast. So let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So, and that's saying a lot when you consider what this guy was doing down in San Francisco. His name was Shanghai Brown. That was his nickname. And he was a fellow to watch out for, yeah.
Let's sing.
Well, let's do that. That's a good idea. 2, 3, and... Shanghai Brown, the skipper of the Harvest Moon is rapping round the town. He's looking for some sailor men to beg or steal or borrow. He can't get a crew and he wants to sail tomorrow. Prime seaman's very scarce just now. Where's your money down? I'll see what I can do for him, says Shanghai Brown. Shanghai Brown, he sent his touts and runners out all around the town. He's raked in men both high and low, he's got both black and white. He's got the Lauderdale's port watch that only berthed last night. He's got a brace of farmhands, the hayseed in their hair. He's got a bridegroom and a best man. What does Shanghai care? Shanghai Brown, 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 Shanghai Brown. And he shipped him in the Harvest Moon, the toughest packet going, that never gets a sailor man to sign aboard her knowing. With a hard-case driving skipper and a bull-voiced bucko mate, by the Shanghai Passage from the Golden Gate. Oh, Shanghai Brown, 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 Shanghai Brown. They'll be wondering in the morning what it was they drank last night. They'll be wondering what hit them if they show an ounce of fight. They'll be scoffing sea boot duff, they'll be supping handspike gruel, and dodging the belaying pins and cursing Shanghai cruel. Shanghai Brown, Shanghai Brown, Shanghai Shanghai Brown, Shanghai Brown, Shanghai Brown. Ah, you dirty, rotten, stinking, lying Shanghai Brown. But there's one won't wake nor wonder, nor scoff, nor grub at all, nor drag his aching bones along to tally on the fall, nor jump to please the toughest mate New England ever bred. Won't stand no trick, no lookout. And why? Because he's dead. Shanghai Brown, Shanghai Brown. He took and shipped a corpse away as Shanghai Brown. Shanghai Brown, Shanghai Brown, the skipper of the Harvest Moon was rapping round the town. He couldn't get a crew and he had to sail today, and Shanghai knew a desperate man would pay. Prime seaman's very scarce these days, says Shanghai Brown. So he took and shipped a corpse away as Shanghai Brown. Shanghai Brown, Shanghai Brown, Shanghai Brown, Shanghai Brown, Shanghai Brown, Shanghai Brown. He took and shipped a corpse away as Shanghai Brown by the Shanghai Passage out of Frisco town.
Why did I come up with that part?
All right.
How exciting, dear.
So that is also a C. Fox Smith poem. I should have mentioned that right away.
I think you did.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah. She probably met Shanghai Brown. And this is another C. Fox Smith song, and it's quite a long one, and we don't do it very often, but Ray Miller requested it. And we like Ray. We like Ray a lot. So here we go. And it's such a beautiful song. Great, again, great imagery. And
well, it follows up well from this last song about, just kind of mentioning the trials that the average sailor man had to put up with. But they did go to all of these magnificent places around the world. And it had to cross their minds that that they would say, wow, I'm coming back here. This is it. That's
when I
it.
retire, I'm retiring here.
Yeah.
Heck with
Because
anywhere else.
they'd be talking about it, it's like, well, we got to go, lads. And it's like, well, but palm trees and pineapples and
sunshine.
Yeah.
With some
It's
fresh
like,
fish.
No, we have to go back to England. And it's like, rain,
By way of
fog,
the horrors of
cold.
wherever you like.
So this is a song about imagining what that would be like to finally do that, to go, would it work? Could I do that? Could I really go and retire there? Could I get one last passage to some fabulous place and just stay there and hang around and work on my tan? It's like... So this is called the Packet Rat. And it is kind of an epic one, so I hope you have a comfy seat. 2, 3. When I leave this western ocean, to the southern I will steer, in a tall colonial clipper, far and far enough from here. Down the channel on a bowline, through the tropics running free. When I've done with the western ocean, and when it's done with me. And I will run my ship in Sydney, and then I'll work my way to them smiling South Sea islands where there's sunshine all the day. and I'll sell my chest and gear there as soon as I hit the shore. Sling away my last discharge, and I'll go to sea no more. Well, it's a pleasant time they have there. They've got easy, quiet lives. They wear no clothes to speak on. They've a bunch of Browning wives, and they're bathing all the day long, or they're basking on the sand. All along with them Kanakas, just as naked as your hand. And I will lay there in the palm shade, and I'll take my ease all day, and look across the harbor to the shipping in the bay. And I'll watch the working sailormen, the bloomin' same as me, in the working Western Ocean before I left the sea. And I'll hear 'em at the capstan bars, a-heaving good and hard. I'll hear 'em tallying on the fall and sweating up the yard. I'll hear 'em lift a halyard shanty, hear the bosun swear and shout, and the thrashing of the head sheets as the vessel goes about. Oh, and if the fancy takes me, as it's like enough it may, just to smell the old ship smells again and taste the salt and spray, well, I could take a spell of pearling or a trading trip or two, where it's none but golden weather and the sky that's always blue. Oh, but I will do no sailorizing jobs. No, I will walk or lay at ease like some blessed packet captain, just as lordly as you please, with a steward for my table and a boy to bring my beer, and a score or two Kanakas for to reef and furl and steer. Oh, and when I'm tired of cruising up and down and here and there, there will be kind Kanaka women with the red flowers in their hair. They're waiting there to welcome me when I come in from sea, when I'm done with this here ocean, but that will never be. For I would hear the parrots screaming and the palm trees' drowsy tune, but I would want the banks in winter and the smell of ice in June, and the hard case mates a-bawling and the striking of the bell. Oh God, I've cursed it often and cruel, but I wouldn't miss it all like hell. Yes, I wouldn't miss in the Western Ocean, where the packets come and go, and the gray gulls wheeling, calling, and the gray skies hanging low, and the blessed lights of Liverpool all a-winking in the rain, for to welcome us poor packet rats come back to port again. Oh, and if I took and died out there, my soul would never stay in them sunny southern latitudes to wait the judgment day. All across the seas from England, I should hear the old life call, and the bloomin' Western Ocean, she would get me after all. I'd go flying like some seagull, as the sable-dead shellbacks do, for to see the ships I sailed in, on all the shipmates that I knew, and the rough old North Atlantic, where the winds do always blow, and the ocean western packets, they're all a-flying to and fro. And I would leave the trades behind me, and I would leave the Southern Cross, and the mollymocks, and flying fish, and the stately albatross. And I would steer through wind and weather, and the sea fogs white as wool, until I sighted old Port Linus and the port of Liverpool. And then I'd fly to some flash packet where the hands was bending sail, and I would set up on the main truck, doing out my wings and tail. And I'd see the tug alongside, and the Peter flying free, and the pilot come aboard her for to take her out to sea. And I would follow down to Fastnet Light, and there I'd hang around, there to watch them out to westward, and to greet them homeward bound. For I know it's easy talking, and I know when all is said, it's that bloomin' Western Ocean what'll get me when I'm dead.
There you go, Ray.
The Packet Rats. Hey. Whoo. Oh. Let's jump birthdays over to another Janie Meneely song.
I was just thinking to myself, oh, nobody's posted for a while. I wonder if they all went off to like do their shopping or something. And then people are posting it.
Oh.
I know, I was worried. This is another Janie Meneely song, and it is one of our favorites of hers. I really love this song, and not just because of the literary tradition that she alludes to in it, but it's just a lovely take on the old idea of sirens. No, not the wailing things. A friend of ours, he's a genius, certified genius, he heard a headline which was, sirens are wailing in Baghdad tonight. And so he drew this gorgeous line drawing of sirens, as in, sirens.
The sirens.
The sirens, the sea sirens, wailing.
In a whaling ship. In a
whaling dory, holding a harpoon, and with a whale spouting in front of them, and Baghdad in the distance. I so wish I had a copy of that.
The fabulous Stuart Frank. But this does have connections to Homer's Odyssey, which makes sense because Janie's quite the writer as well, an author and editor.
She's very educated and in the best ways. Great
Siren
chorus.
song.
Great chorus. Said the siren to the sailor, what makes you think we'd want your sorry ass washed up here on our beach? We're so out of your reach. Just goes to show that this nothing comes for free. You say you got our number. It was scribbled on some drunken sailor's dank and hairy palm. You've got it all wrong. Just goes to show you can't believe everything that you read. We just come to this beach to sing. And when we sing the blue ocean. We sing the white caps
breaking of the day.
Said the siren to the sailor, we've yet to meet the man the likes of which we take with open arms. No top man from the yards, no washed up salt come all this way to Copperfield. You must have heard the story. No blind man says we girls all do it just for sport. That's myth and no more. Just goes to show you can't believe everything that you read. We just come to this beach to sing. And when we sing, we sing the blue ocean. We sing the white caps. We sing the waves. We sing the winds. We sing the stories. We sing the breaking of the day. Said the siren to the sailor, somewhere along the line we'd like to think that we could get some flash, could settle some hash, could see our names and lights, our reputations clean. We'd like to think we'd settle for just a bit of honesty writ large inside the Times. No doggerel rhymes, just goes to show you can't believe anything that you read. We just come to this beach to sing.
And when we sing the blue ocean. We sing the white caps. We sing the waves. We sing the winds. We sing the stories. We sing the breaking on the day.
We sing the wind.
And when we sing
the blue ocean.
we sing the blue ocean.
We sing the white caps.
We sing the white caps. We sing the waves.
We sing the wind.
We sing the winds.
We sing the stories.
We sing the stories. We sing the breaking on the day. We sing the winds. We sing the stories. We sing the breaking of the day.
There you go. Janie Meneely. Another amazing song. Oh, and Ray Miller says, fabulous, many thanks.
Aw.
And your brother John is saying, all of Mexico is waiting to hear tequila in the jar.
Not today. Not today.
How about next
Rusty.
month? That actually would be kind of fun, considering it's, March.
Well, think about that.
Yeah, it's a fun song.
Bob Cotta song.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay, I got to strap my girding on one more time. Oh, wait, no, I don't. Yes, I do, Ranzo.
Yep. This is another sea shanty. Another one that we've altered ever so slightly from the original version.
Not a whole lot.
No, we just added some stuff to it.
We arranged it here.
We do that.
We arranged his face with our fists.
Yeah, right.
Oh, wait, sorry. That's not right.
It's a fun shanty, though. It's has a bit of a storyline to it. And good advice, you know, it's like, if you get this connects actually to these other songs that are in this set, too, because this is a Shanghai sailor who does better than many of the other Shanghai sailors because he is crafty enough to
He's crafty enough.
win the favor
Well, that's true.
of the captain's daughter, and it's never a bad thing.
That never is a bad.
Yeah.
For those of you in the dark, I am an actual sea captain's daughter. Isn't that weird? Never even
Captain's
heard
daughter.
of sea songs until I met William. He always sang us Beatles songs.
Rueben Ranzo.
Rueben.
1, 2, 3, and... Pity poor Rueben Ranzo, Ranzo me boys, oh Ranzo. Oh, pity poor Rueben Ranzo, Ranzo me boys, oh Ranzo. Now Ranzo was no sailor, oh Ranzo me boys, oh Ranzo. He was a New York tailor, Ranzo me boys, oh Ranzo. He was a New York tailor. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo, Shanghai to board a whaler. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo. Put him holy stone and Ranzo me boys, Ranzo. They cared not for his groaning. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo. They gave him lashes 20. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo. That's 20 more than plenty. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo. They gave him lashes 30. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo. The captain's daughter begged for mercy. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo. She gave him a rum and water. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo, just a little more than she oughta. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo, she taught him navigation. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo, she gave him an education. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo, she made him the best sailor. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo, on board that Yankee whaler. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo. Oh, we still sail on blue water. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo, because he married the captain's daughter. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo, he's down wherever the whalefish blow. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo, as the toughest skipper on the go. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo, hurrah for Rueben Ranzo. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo, hurrah for Captain Ranzo. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo, hurrah for Rueben Ranzo. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo, hurrah for Captain Ranzo. Ranzo me boys, Ranzo.
There you go.
Arr.
these sets tonight. It's really strange.
That was a little Gertie.
I know. We've done some sets where it's like all Gertie and one whistle thing, and tonight it's like mostly whistle and some Gertie stuff, and then now one token violin piece. Well, fiddle piece.
These things happen. This is another song that we have not done for a long, long time. It seemed like it was the right time to take care of that. Let's capo. It's a song by Charles Dibdin, who lived from 1745 to 1814. And
we all know who Dibdin was, dear.
He was a British songwriter. I don't have to tell you that because you obviously know that. And he wrote just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs. He was really prolific.
Wasn't he poet laureate for England or something like that?
No, but he did get a gig as a songwriter for England.
You'll never guess the subject.
At the time, England was having, let's say, difficulties with France. And they actually hired Dibdin to write songs like bad-mouthing the French. It was this guy, it's like...
Rile up them peasants with cheerful songs about how evil the French are.
Yeah, this is early, signs
Nothing
of
changes.
psychological warfare.
Nothing changes, does it? I mean...
We have to rile up some nice antagonism towards the French.
I gotta turn up my amp here.
But this isn't one of those songs. This is a song, I believe he may have written this about his brother or with his brother in mind. I'm not sure about that. But it's called Tom Bowling. When I first saw it, I thought, bowling? Oh, well, I grew up in Milwaukee. It's like a song about bowling. But no, there was no bowling actually in there. It was false pretenses. It was probably trying to lure the French into bowling. I don't know. Poor Tom Bowling, and it's a beautiful, beautiful song about love and loss, I guess.
Love and loss, and
so it fits in.
Yeah, and great stuff. And I'm sorry if my fiddle's a little loud. We had a lot of trouble getting this to work. So.
We coming through there? Give it a go. See,
Yeah, sure,
it'll
let's
be
just
an
try it.
adventure. I'm telling you. Okay. 2, 3.
Here a sheer hulk lies poor Tom Bowling, the darling of our crew. No more he'll hear the tempest howling, for death has broached him too. His form was of the manliest beauty, his heart was kind and soft. Faithful below he did his duty, but now he's gone aloft. Tom has gone aloft.
Tom never from his word departed, his virtues were so rare. His friends were many and true-hearted, his Paul was kind and fair. And then he'd sing so blithe and jolly, oh many's the time and oft. But mirth is turned to melancholy, for Tom is gone aloft. Tom has gone aloft. Yet shall poor Tom find pleasant weather when he who all commands shall give to call life's crew together the word to pipe all hands. Thus death, who kings and tars dispatches, in vain Tom's life has doffed. For though his body's under ashes, his soul has gone aloft. Tom has gone aloft, gone aloft, gone aloft. Tom Bowling. That was Henry David Thoreau's very favorite song in the entire world.
There you go. You'll win that at trivia some night.
Yeah, it's true.
I'd like to thank our friend Trapper Graves, who gave us this beautiful, beautiful little violin microphone. It's held on by rubber bands because the suction cup doesn't work anymore, but boy, it's a really nice sound. Anyway, we're going to do one more. An old favorite by another absolutely brilliant songwriter, Brian Bedford of the trio, a cappella trio, Artisan. I don't believe they tour very much anymore, but if you get a chance to see them over in the UK, you should absolutely go. They are just incredible. And his writing is just exquisite. This is called White Horses. And I was actually looking through a big, I kid you not, trying to do this to see, a notebook at least this big, like a 2.5, 3-inch notebook of songs that Brian and his band just hadn't gotten around to. And I'm paging through it, and I go, oh, White Horses. And anybody who knows me knows that I really love horses, and white ones are fine. They get dirty, but yes, horses, yay. And then I read it a little closer. I was like, oh, it's a sea song. Here you go, dear.
It's like, sea song, oh, white horses. And because it's about white horses as the expression, for the waves churning up
waves, yeah.
on the white-capped waves coming up on the beach. They call them white horses. And I guess we could say, if you haven't heard us, we toured Estonia once, and
had a great time.
Yeah, we were playing this song, and we were trying to introduce it with our Estonian interpreter. Because as I say, I just have your basic high school Estonian, so we all. Anyhow, we got to the point where we were talking about the white horses, the white-capped waves, and that wonderful, potent image of and we cited the distress in the eyes of the interpreter, and realized that it's like this isn't working, is it? He's like no.
We're like, uh-oh.
You don't call white horses, white-capped waves, or what I call white horses, and he goes, no. On the Baltic, he said, the waves, they are not so high. They are not white horses. They are white bunnies. So I don't know if he just used that as a substitute, so everybody in the story thought we were singing White Bunnies Are Calling Me. I'll ride the white bunnies someday, but I don't know, but it just,
They did take us to the Baltic, and it was a gorgeous beach, and it went out for miles, perfectly flat, and you could see little toddlers out up to their knees, like a mile away from shore. It was incredible. They were just little dots on the horizon, and because it was low tide. And these very gentle little wavelets were coming in, and when they foamed up, they did, in fact, look like white bunnies. And to add to the truthfulness of that, there were little tiny black pebbles about this big sort of scattered all over the sand. I was like,
oh, the white bunnies have been here.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming and for hanging out while we blather on about our stuff.
Yes. And, thank you. Thank you for being here. We so appreciate it.
Thanks to everybody who's come before, and thank you so much for the people who came for the very first time tonight.
Yeah.
This afternoon, or whatever time period this is for you.
Again, if you have a chance, please hit the little like buttons, because that seems to make a big difference to YouTube. And
yeah, most of our concerts see about 200, 300 people show up, sometimes 400, maybe even 5, watching it over time. This last concert we did was 300 or 400, and then it started creeping up. And last time we checked, it was like 1,800 views or something.
Yeah, and I think that's because for the people who hit those like buttons last time, because it means
really
that
makes a difference for us.
they put it in front of more people that way, and
They
so
actually
that's
recommended
why
it to
if
some
you're
people.
brand new here, thank you for being here. But chances are that's what happened. So give us a thumbs up if you can.
Yeah, that'd be really awesome.
In the meantime, here's a terrific song, and we'll look forward to
Seeing you again.
doing you
sometime.
again. We'll be back next month.
Started with a tune called Metal Man.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3. White horses are calling me to ride on the tide to the wide open sea, spurred by the wind, tamed by the moon. I will ride the white horses, ride the white horses. I'll ride the white horses soon. No sailor am I, for the city's my place, but still I would feel the salt wind on my face, watching stallions that silently race for the sands, pounding moonlight and starlight lit shimmering lands, where white horses are calling me to ride on the tide to the wide open sea, spurred by the wind, tamed by the moon. I will ride the white horses, ride the white horses. I'll ride the white horses soon. Every path seems to lead to the key that's inside, and there take the ebb tide to where I would ride, seeking dreams of adventure, contented and free, scanning endless horizons, the stars and the sea, where white horses are calling me to ride on the tide to the wide open sea, spurred by the wind, tamed by the moon. I will ride the white horses, ride the white horses. I'll ride the white horses soon. This sea has no danger, this ocean no threat. For safe on my pillow, brave dreams I'll forget. Still in moonlight, closed eyelight, they run for the shore. And I will ride the white horses once more. Oh, where white horses are calling me to ride on the tide to the wide open sea. Spurred by the wind, tamed by the moon, I will ride the white horses, ride the white horses, I'll ride the white horses soon. Oh yes, white horses are calling me to ride on the tide to the wide open sea. Spurred by the wind, tamed by the moon, I will ride the white horse, ride the white horses, I'll ride the white horses soon. I will ride the white horses, ride the white horses, I'll ride the white horses soon. I'll ride the white horses soon.
Thanks very much, everybody. Thank you for the hearts, whoever sent them to us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We love playing music, and we love playing music for you guys. So thanks
Come
for
back
supporting
again.
us. Come back again, and we'll have some other stuff for you. Next month is St. Patrick's,
St. Patrick's
of course,
Day.
so we'll
We're going to be
a little
doing
bit of-
Hunter's Moon along with Tanya Opland and Mike Freeman.
Yeah, playing that at the Couth. So come and hear us at the Couth in Seattle, in
And some other
Washington.
things. Yeah, and for Amazon
Yeah. Ooh.
Amazon corporate party.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
And then a birthday party for a very nice lady named Pat.
Yeah. Anyways, but we will be back next month sometime.
We're not sure exactly
Yeah.
when, but we'll bring some tunes with us
Yeah.
and some St. Patrick's stuff. Anyway, thanks
So,
again.
Thanks again. We'll see you later.
Here's to you. Bye.
Yeah.
Well, that went well.
Smooth enough for you? We're so professional. Bye. I hope. Are we?
No, wait, we have to get the very slick ending here.
Oh, the slick ending. Yeah, stay tuned for the super slick, the real slick ending.